that America's gonna be great, I'm gonna be good forever.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's going political. Like anybody that thinks the president of the United States, whether it's Barack or Donald or Bernie or Hillary, is gonna help them, they're a fucking loser. Straight up. I promise you, you are. That means you need somebody, so whether your president is for minorities and females, or your president is, for the 26-year-old white male that's got no skills, here's the punchline. The market is the market. What is the 54-year-old gonna do? Adjust. Or lose. The leverage is exposing your weaknesses. I proudly talk about passing on Uber twice, being a DNF student. I proudly talk about my shortcomings, right? I can't wait for more bad things to happen. I mean it. Because I will talk about them because what, you're so imperfect? F you. Hey Taylor, it's Gary Vee on the Ask Gary Vee show.
No way!
Yes
Holy
way.
crap. Okay.
Where are you from?
Sweet. I'm from Buffalo, New York.
I love it. Are you a Bills fan?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right, I know you said unfortunately.
We're not very good.
I know. Well, listen, neither are the Jets. Don't worry. So, what's going on?
Nothing much. I basically was dying to ask you a question. Currently graduated college last May, and I'm trying to build my own business, brand, hustle, all of that kind of stuff. And my question for you is, and I'm probably sure that a lot of people ask this or wondering the same thing.
It's okay.
How do you get over the stump of you're graduating and you feel all this pressure because you're trying to build something, but you're still so young, but you want to do this fast? And
Taylor, let me tell you something. Let me ask you the pressure. Who are you? Are you trying to prove to yourself, to your siblings, to your parents, to the world? Who are you trying to prove that you're successful to, or that this was the right call, or you're gonna make it? That's what you have to figure out.
That's a good question.
What are you impatient for? What's the problem? You want to buy a fucking Rolex? What's the rush?
I feel like I watch all these other millennials hitting these huge, I guess, milestones in their life.
What milestones?
And then I'm sitting here.
Let's break it down. How old are you?
I'm 22, about to be 23.
Okay, what milestone? Please give me a millennial and the milestone they achieved that makes you feel like you're just sitting in fucking Buffalo.
Well, I'm sitting in Buffalo, which is one thing I'm not happy about. But,
that's right, because it's home of the Buffalo Bills, piece of shit team. But
yeah.
but before you go there, forget about sitting in Buffalo. Who's the millennial and what's the milestone that's making you feel like you're sitting there? Go. The truth, go.
Well, honestly, there's people on social media, which definitely is not always true.
Who?
But I watched, oh God, I guess the only thing on the spot I can think of is a Kardashian or a Jenner, which is lame, but.
Can we talk about this,
yeah,
please?
I feel like, sure.
You're telling me that Kylie Jenner's fucking trillion followers on Instagram makes you feel like you're just sitting there?
No, I feel like the fact that she's already got a business started that's super successful. Did you comes with her fame.
Did you factor in the fact that her sisters and mom architected something for 10 years while she was a teenager that she was able to walk directly into, that gave her a springboard, and that she had the financial capabilities of deploying ungodly amounts of plastic surgery and all the other variable things that she's been able to do to create that culture and that financial benefit?
Yeah.
Did you factor in that her mom is a ninja architect of business and created that framework?
Yeah, and I feel like not many people give them the credit for that. I totally think that they built this empire.
I agree, but what the fuck does that have to do with you?
It has nothing to do with me, I know.
No shit. Remember how I don't know if you saw this where I said stop looking at your friend's shit or whatever the fuck I put on Instagram? You looking at the Kardashians is the most ludicrous horseshit I've ever heard in my life.
Well, that's just the first thing that could pop into my head.
Great, give me another. Listen, we're here. Give me another one.
There's a guy in London. I can't think of his name at the top of my head.
I'm gonna stop you right now.
Okay.
Let me give you some. I was gonna say fatherly, I guess my father was 40. No, I'll give you some massively older brother, uncle advice. You ready?
Okay, yes.
Every second you spend thinking about what somebody else has is taking away from time that you could create something for yourself.
Yeah.
You're losing. You're losing because you're laying in your bed looking at somebody's fucking glamorous photoshopped picture of them doing something cool, and you're envious and you're jealous and you're impatient, and it's crippling your upside.
Yeah, because that's where I want to be, and I know I'm not there yet.
You haven't done shit.
I know.
So go do shit that actually gets you there so that you earn it, instead of like you dwelling that you're not there and hoping something's gonna happen. I don't know what's going through your mind.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm hustling on the side, but I don't think I'm doing enough, I guess.
You definitely aren't doing enough if you have enough time to fucking consume the content of a Kardashian and some boy in London. People would rather sit in a bar on a Friday afternoon, buy an $18 cocktail, and complain that they're in college debt. It's unbelievable how much practice I have on the inability to dwell. You know, I passed on Uber twice on the angel round from one of the people that I was best friends with while investing in a bunch of other things, and that $50,000 investment would be worth $900 million. That was a mistake. You know? So what can you do as not Gary Vee? Have the actual conversation and tell your sister, your mom, your uncle, your aunt, your child, your best friend, the next time they come up with an excuse, that it's a excuse. The reason I say the thing that if there's anybody that ever looked like you that made it, then there's no excuse, is because I believe it. You know, it's really hard. You're in an argument and your friend tells you, that's great, Gary, but both my parents were alcoholics. And that really f***ed me up. Right now you're on the defense. That's a good first punch by them. I'm like, cool, we don't need to use me. If anybody has ever been successful that had 2 alcoholic parents, which, by the way, I know of 3, well then, now what's your excuse, Karen? We are just so interested in blaming everybody else and excuses because we don't want to take on responsibility. And somewhere a long time ago, I went completely, do you know I think everything is my fault? Like, all of it? Like, I think it's weirdly cloudy outside right now and not nice out. My fault. Like, his scar, my fault. Like, I just default into my fault. And everybody tries to do everything else the other way. And let me tell you how good life becomes when you take on responsibility. It gets real good.